here joking about nothing. I just texted you that I have van number 12.
I've been your driver for a long time, right?
Okay.
I don't talk to you like that. I treat you with
what?
respect, like you talking to me.
How am I talking to you?
You told me that if I wasn't going to take the van, you said...
No,
if
that's not what I said.
You said,
bring
it
back. That's not what I said. I said, write it up, right? So they can wash it at night if you think that it wasn't sanitized.
And what else did you say to me?
And you said, can I have, so I don't have another van.
You said, write it up, go home, and put it in the thing. Okay, but you have to understand something, Arson.
Yeah.
And I keep a very good track of what I do in my van from one day to the next. People's lives are on the line. Every time I get in that van, my life is on the line. I go home and I isolate myself. So if I pick something up going in these hospitals, I don't take it home. You're in the office and they don't want to deal with the drivers because...
So I deal with drivers every day right now. I'm dealing with
You
people,
absolutely...
so I don't risk myself.
You're right. No, you're not going into the hospitals every day.
You might be carrying some shit. Let's hypothetically speaking. So you are with the drivers out there, with the people out there.
In the hospitals with the sick people putting
on
the gowns.
And then you come here. And then you come here and I deal with you. So I don't deal with that shit.
Your risk exposure is less than mine.
How is it less than yours?
Because I'm walking through a hospital with sick people.
But then you can have it, right? And I can have it too.
Right, but
So
I don't see you
Don't tell me that I'm not risking my life.
Okay.
Please, don't tell me that.
That's why
I'm here every day dealing with 20, 30 drivers. Not one. You might be picking up 3 people, right? 4 people. I'm dealing with the drivers that pick up 4, 5, 6 people every day. That's 10, 20 drivers. That's 200, 300 possibilities that I'm
Okay,
getting
your job
exposed.
is more important than mine, Arson. You made that clear. Your job is more important than mine. Your job has just as much risk factor as mine.
No, did I say that?
I put my life on the line.
did I
Yeah,
say
you
that
did.
my
You
job
said
is
I'm
more
dealing with
important
these
than
people
yours?
just like you are, and
No,
you're
no,
not.
I not said that. So you're
No, I listen to
selective
everything that you
hearing.
say.
You're doing selective hearing.
I'm not.
I did not say. Did I say my job was important than yours?
No, you said
No,
I'm
I
dealing.
didn't.
I'm
No, I
exposing
said-
myself every day too.
No,
That's
I
what you said.
Exactly. You
Listen,
said
this is
that
what
you're
I'm saying.
exposing that you're being dangerous, and I'm not.
Okay, understand
and I
what
just
I'm
told
saying.
you that I'm doing the same thing.
Understand what I'm saying? When we pick
Okay.
these people up, if there's something wrong, they make us put on gowns, they make us put on hazardous suits, basically, to transport these people from where they are to where they have to go.
I understand all that.
Hold on, wait a second.
I'm out there working
Can you
just
give
like
me a
you are
second
too.
so you can understand where your employee is coming from? I understand where
I
you're coming
understand
from.
where my employees
Okay,
are.
so
What do
then
you
can
think?
I finish?
I don't talk to other people?
Okay, but can I finish? I don't know about other people. I'm talking about me.
Okay.
So when you tell me to take a van that's look like it's set up for
Did I
hazard,
say you took the van?
you're not letting me talk.
Did I say you took the van?
I didn't say that you said that. But when
Okay.
you say, all the vans are being set up like that, don't worry about it. And then I said, no, I'm not taking this. Just give me another van. And then you say, okay, well, write it up and bring it back. I don't got another van to give you. See you tomorrow, right? That's like saying, you got to understand, but you got to understand something. I don't own this company. Every time those vans come off the road, these people should sanitize them, man. My life is on the line every day. And so for you to treat me like a piece of shit, because I say I don't want to take this van.
Once again,
No,
there's a problem
no.
that
You send me home?
That
You send me home because I don't want to take 17?
Hearing. You're doing a selective hearing.
I don't know how I'm selectively hearing.
You're only picking up the information that you
My
think
life
you
is on the
need.
line every day, Arson.
Okay.
Make sure that these
what
people clean the
conversation
vans
was,
when they
maybe-
come back.
I hope it was recorded or something, so you could re-listen to it and hear what you said. You called me and you said, I ain't taking this van, first of all, right? There's an
Right.
attitude right away. Boom. You set the tone to the conversation when you call somebody.
And
Okay?
I told you why.
What
So you
said?
should have understood what I said.
But it's not to do with me, right? I mean, I control. I tell people to watch them, but you're calling me like I did this. Number one.
No, I didn't.
You set the tone
I
to the
asked you, did you
conversation
know
when you
about
call.
it? I said, did you know that
Okay.
this van was being
I ain't
used?
taking this van because it's been transporting COVID-19 people. I'm like, how do you know? Well, it's been, blocked over. I said, okay.
I took a
we're-
COVID-19 guy and you knew
we're
about it,
sitting-
right?
No,
the
I
guy
did
that
not.
died, but
No, I did not.
but I called you though, right?
No, I did not.
I'm not saying that
Every
you knew about it
time-
before.
Every time I am on the phone with somebody and I said, does this person has been diagnosed? Is he being tested? Is it pending tested? If there is, we're not taking that.
The guy that I took to Wyoming County who died 2 days later, he was pending the answer to the results. There was no.
I didn't know that.
Okay, but I called you and I told you that there was no protective equipment. My life is on the line, not yours, mine. Every time I put somebody in there, those vans have to be sanitized. That's just the bottom line. I know that.
It's called Gary and Igor. You should have told them that.
Right.
Why are you telling me
But
this?
they said they're
No,
gonna take care of
I'm
it.
doing the same thing as you do.
Who?
Like I said, I'm here every day dealing with drivers that picking people up that might be, carrying that shit, right? I'm putting myself in risk too. So I'm here just like you are. So don't tell me that I said that my job is better than yours. Okay, I could be working from home.
Your cousin work in the hospital. If you told her what you told me, I bet you, because I had a conversation with her, it's more serious than you give it credit for. She'll probably hang up on you because that's inconsiderate. My life is on the line every time I walk into the hospital, Larson. Every
So your
single
job is more
time.
important than mine. So you
No, I
telling me
didn't
that
say
your
it was
job
more
is
important.
than mine.
I'm saying that
You
I have
just said that.
a more hazardous job than you do right now.
How is it?
Because I'm walking in here, which I don't have a
I'm
problem with
talking to you
doing.
right now.
Right, I
At
understand
the end
that.
of your shift, you come and talk to me, right?
And I wear a gas mask, but it doesn't mean that I can't get exposed through my ears or my eyes, so I'm still slacking. You understand what I'm saying? I don't get any protective equipment except for gloves here. You just gotta be mindful. Just understand where I'm coming from. I don't want to die for $12.75 an
I
hour.
understand that. I understand
We
that.
had that conversation before, even
Once
though I
again,
know
you
I
just
could
had
get
a
more.
conversation with Igor and Gary. You should have told them that too. Give me
I
a
did
raise.
tell them that.
Okay. What
No,
did
I
tell
was
you?
like you said, they're gonna wait for some money or whatever that they get. I understand. My dad, listen, it doesn't even matter. I don't come from a poor family, and you could tell that I'm less than undereducated. What I'm saying to you is this: every single time those vans come back, they shouldn't be sitting out there idle. These people are getting paid by the hour to make sure that they do whatever you tell them to do. Those vans are not going on the road because the DMV is closed. They should be sanitizing these vans, not playing and fiddling around with a car that you can't even put on the road because the DMV is
So
closed.
that's what I said. Did you write it up?
No, as soon as I came back in here and went to put the keys back, you called me. There was no write-up. But still, what I'm saying is you got to understand, and you might not.
I understand that.
Okay, I'm just saying, when I come in here and I go to work.
And some days, as a matter of fact, when I call somebody and they call and we don't have enough drivers, I go out there and I do your job.
I know you do.
You know what I mean?
I know that you
I ain't
do.
afraid.
Oh,
I'm doing it.
neither
I
am
gotta
I.
do what I gotta do because I'm a man. I gotta support my
You're right.
family.
And that's why I'm here
Okay?
every day for
Thank you,
less
sir.
than what I could be making somewhere else. And I told you that the only reason why I'm doing it is because I actually like where I'm working. Has nothing to do with anything else. And trust me, I don't need the money. Trust me, I don't need the money.
Good.
But
I
but-
want to be in your place that I don't need
No,
money.
but at the
Come
same
be
time, I treat you as professionally as I could treat anybody else. Understand where I'm coming from. I don't want to get sick. So
Nobody wants to get sick.
I make
And
sure.
once again, when you said that the van is van should have been. It's been here over the weekend. How do you know van is not being sanitized? You told me, oh, there's garbage here. So
All types of garbage.
So that rang a bell to me that
Soil
van
clothes.
hasn't been sanitized. Okay, so write it up so people can wash it.
I don't have a problem with that. But when somebody call you and they say, listen, I don't want to die today, don't be so hard with them. We putting our life on the line every day. Don't be so hard on us. And I'm gonna say something else. This is just between me and you. Nothing else involved. If this uncontaminated situation or scenario grew out of control, and somebody could point the finger at Buffalo Transportation for the reason of them catching a contagious infection or disease, that's a very big problem. I don't think anybody's paying attention to. These people are getting paid. I think it's in the company's best interest to make sure that they know that cleaning and sanitizing those vans and the stretchers and the wheelchairs should be their top priority, not tinkering with a vehicle that they can't put on the road until the DMV open up. If they was working for me, they would be fired.
Those are the mechanics. They don't do it.
That's okay. They gotta
We have
be.
the night crew that comes in at night and washes out.
I would make the mechanics, you gotta remember, there's vehicles that's off the road. Use them for what they work so that the drivers are safe. If I feel safe when I come into work every day, I could come into work with a smile. But if I go get a vehicle that's soiled and it's got a sheet up, and somebody told me, they was like, yo, if they offer you the $30 an hour thing, don't take it, it's gonna be a COVID-19, they trying to get people to do that. You never said nothing to me, I never said nothing to you. But I know it's being done, and I have moved people that have been tested, not even a guy that died, because that was the first death in Wyoming County. And you know how I know? Because they called us. They called me and they said, yeah, listen, so are you having any of these symptoms? They took our phone number. The hospital called me, and I called you, and I didn't even know. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is that every single time I go and handle a patient, so I'm running a risk. So minimize my risk by making sure that these things are sanitized. I'm not asking you for nothing unreasonable. Yeah. You yelled at me though. You was like, listen, I don't got another van. Just write it up and I'll see you tomorrow. That's not how you deal with people. I'm doing this every day.
I mean, listen, this is what I told you. I don't have another van. That's all I do. But then I remembered that I had van number 12. So, and I texted you right away. While I was texting you, I got Gary calling me. He was like, why are you being rude to this guy? I'm like,
this is what I want to do for today.
No, I just told them to write it up so they could clean it.
This is what I want to do for today. Today I don't want to take 12. Today I want to go home. This is a lot. I deal with this shit every day.
Okay.
I sit in my room all day long so I don't get my family sick. I went to go see my dad when we was
My
out
man,
there.
I haven't seen my daughter in a month.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, me too.
I haven't seen
You
my
understand
daughter in
what
a
I'm
month.
saying?
So
This is
like,
hard. I'm not
you're
saying
telling
that.
me like
I'm telling. So you
I
understand what I'm
go
going
through the
through?
same thing with you.
I understand. That's
Okay,
what
when
I'm
you're
saying.
telling me, and when you're telling me that you were once again, I listen nothing about your job as being more and more important than mine. Well, my job is more important than yours. Like I said to you, I'm putting myself at risk too because I talk to you guys every day, right? You transport 3, 5, 6 people a day. Another person tries 3, 5, 6 people a day, and I deal with 20, 30 drivers. That's 180 people that they've been transported, that they might have been exposed to, that may come here and talk to me.
This is a hazardous job,
So-
and nobody is getting paid for the hard work that they're doing. So the least that people could do is just make sure that the vehicles is clean.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm putting my life. If I die, is Buffalo Transportation going to pay for my family? They're not giving me nothing.
We bought special, liquid directly from the government that kills all that shit. So they're supposed to do it. So if it's not washed, write it up. I'll talk to the guy today and I ask him why it wasn't washed.
And when they bring that van back here, tell them don't touch nothing before they bring it back here. I want you to see what was left behind, and then I want you to.
When I'm here.
Then I want you to get the image that I would have.
Well, I'll take a look at it when I get a
Okay.
second. So if you want to work today, I got van number 12 here.
No, this is a lot. This is a
Okay.
lot. But I will be back tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Now you remember. You remember. So this is the conversation that took place between me and the supervisor here at Buffalo Transportation about these vehicles not being sanitized. They'll try to say that they're not moving COVID-19 patients, but they are. And in the process of moving a COVID-19 patient, they're using the drivers to do this work for an outrageous amount of pay, usually paid by voucher or simply by government funds, usually Medicaid. And this is causing a lot of hardships for the employees because nobody is doing what they should do. With a medical transportation company where 99.9% of all transport is medical related, with the COVID-19 outbreak, if these vehicles are not sanitized every single day, the risk of exposure goes to 1,000. These vehicles are never sanitized. I usually sanitize my own, but I'm not sanitizing something that I knew was being used for COVID-19. They're never going to tell us that they're moving a person suspected of COVID-19 because the medical transportation agencies in the United States, they've taken a hit and they're trying to survive because they have to pay for these plates and they have to pay for payroll. These people do not care about the lives of the drivers. They don't care about the lives of the aides. They want the money. To say that being a dispatcher and dealing with the drivers is hazardous, well, So is the person working at 7-Eleven who doesn't have personal protection equipment. Medical transportation services, dealing with medical transport, dealing with people who could possibly be infected with COVID-19, they need personal protection equipment without questions asked. The only thing they're going to provide you is a sanitizer, and they're going to provide you with blue rubber gloves. No face mask, no Tyvek suit, no nothing. I wear a gas mask when I go into the hospital, and sometimes when I can, I wear an eye shield. For this guy to tell me to go home and write the van up because I didn't want to drive it is unfucking believable. So, like I made very clear, I keep a very good account of what it is I do when I'm working. I have to isolate myself from my family to fucking work here. For $12.75 an hour, you want to give me some shit? Do you know who the fuck I am? Let's be real about this shit. Do you know? I'm working a job because I'm trying to do the right thing. But I am a convicted felon 5 times. Assault, weapons, possession, those are the only things I've been in prison for. I'm coming in here doing the right thing and you want to give me fucking slack because I want you to give me another vehicle? This looks like it came off of a showroom floor versus coming out of the junkyard. You got to be out of your mind if you think I'm going to drive that. I'm not driving it. I'm not driving it. What people don't understand, a virus is airborne. So it can stick to a wall. It can stick to your clothes. This is why when we go in those rooms, we have to wear gowns, and those gowns must be disposed of. Those gowns must be disposed of prior to any further medical transport to reduce the level of exposure for the drivers and the aides. These people will send you to go pick up someone. And he told a lie. He tried to say, which is why I corrected him. And this is the dispatcher, Arson. He tried to say that they haven't picked up anybody that they think has been tested and there's a pending results. If there's pending results, he said, I'm not going to take them. And I reminded him that he was a liar because the Department of Health in the hospital called me and told me that the person that I picked up and dropped off there was pending results. And those pending results came back too late and it was fatal. This very same person died on my stretcher before I could get him in the elevator to even load him into the van. And you're gonna tell me that if you suspect if it's pending results that we're not taking them, you're lying. Because we do take them. And we'll take some more if nobody says anything. And the owner said to me today, he said, hey, we're not taking any COVID-19s. You're lying. I proved that they're lying. You know? If somebody gets sick and dies unknowingly while working for this company, you can bet your ass that his risk of exposure came from